This one here, we're going to talk about our forechecking system for the penalty kill. So we're assuming that we have iced the puck. It is down in their zone. They're having some sort of power play breakout, some sort of power play setup, and this is what we're trying to do. So there's basically two different systems that we can use. One we'll use pretty often, I would say probably close to 80% of the time, and then the second one we'll probably only use about 20% of the time. So I'm going to show you the one that we're going to use most of the time, and it's pretty simple. So you can think of it as the first guy is going to be one part of our breakout, and then the other three are going to work into the second part of our breakout. So the first guy, all he's going to do is he's going to split the ice in half. And what we mean by that is he's going to come down to maybe about the top of the circles, the hash marks, somewhere in between there, and he's just going to pick a side of the ice. So he's just all he's going to do is curl. He's going to keep his feet moving forward the entire time. He's going to curl, and he's just going to cover one side of the ice. And basically all we're doing is we're telling their breakout, we want you to go this way. We're not going to let you go this way. We're going to be on this side of the ice. We want you to go the opposite way. And so what these three guys are going to do is they're just going to gap, and they're going to keep their feet moving forward the entire time, and they're just going to gap up onto this side of the ice. So that second forechecker, they're going to keep their feet moving the whole time, and they're probably going to angle somewhere around the forward as this guy either skates or passes up the wall. And then these 2D are going to keep their feet moving forward. They're going to defend the middle of the ice, the red line and blue line. And these three guys, all they're going to do is try to trap somewhere in the ice here to force them to either have to dump it or maybe even ice it. The important thing about this is that this first forechecker, after he cuts the ice in half, he's just going to sprint to the far side, and he's going to cover the far side of the ice to make sure that this defenseman has the ability to step up and be aggressive, along with this defenseman as well, knowing that there's forward help coming back. So it's going to be starting as kind of just like a 1-1-2, but it's actually going to turn into a 1-3 by the time we're in the middle of the zone. So we're just telling them we want them to go up one side of the ice. We get into then a 1-3 basically, and we're trying to trap them somewhere between the blue line and the red line, or possibly even just before they get to the blue line. We're either trying to force an ice or a bad pass, or we're trying to force them to dump it in. That way we have a chance at a 50-50 puck. This next penalty kill forecheck is what we just simply call a 1-3. So this is where we're going to back off, and we're going to give them pretty much the entire zone for them to try to break out, and we're working on just a neutral zone trap. So for here, all this first forechecker is going to do is, as the puck carrier is coming up the ice, is they're just going to cheat one way to make it that way. This puck carrier just has to go to an area of the ice where we can control him better. So we lean to the left a little bit to make them go left, or we lean to the right to make them go right. Here, these three guys on the blue line, it's important for them just to make sure they keep in their feet moving. You don't want to be standing still at any point. And from here, we're just gapping up and taking away space. So once again, this D1, whoever that first forechecker is going to come back to allow these three guys to really be aggressive and defend our blue line. And we're making it so they have to either beat us one-on-one or try to make some crafty play splitting through the D, or we're trying to make it so they have to dump it. Depending on the teams we're playing, we might use either of those forechecks. Like I said, we'll probably use that first forecheck more often, but this one we might pull out as well.